Hi, so I am Taylor Rose and I am in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, whatever. Actually, I think I am in Midwest City. Yep, just to be, make sure. Anyway, I just wanted to express something and say something that's so freaking real. That is just so real that happens to a lot of freaking people, not just me. And seriously, not just me. Like this is insane. So the people of authority, like our authoritative figures, like the cops, not every single one, okay, but this is a big problem in America now, and it's probably not just America. I'm sure like other countries got their own thing, but this is just from my own experience and finding it out for myself. So like military people, cops, firefighters, health specialists, especially health, just all these people that are supposed to be these role models that we're supposed to look up to, right? Well, it's crazy because money, 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 and greed, what it does to people, man, and what it really does, and what it's done to this whole world, and I'm not saying any of this to poke at people. No. I mean, I still love people no matter what they do. I accept them for who they are, and I've learned a lot of lessons because of people doing stuff to me. So it's just like I thank them, okay? I thank them. I love who I am. I really am because it's really made me super strong and I own who I am. Every single part of it. And I'm not ashamed, nor could I be embarrassed or humiliated. I mean, I love who I am, and I'd rather be myself than follow the crowd and do what everyone else is doing just to fit in. Like I'm cut from a different cloth for a reason. You feel me? Okay. So anyway, this happens all the time, and this is really sad. Okay, because these people that are in charge, that are supposed to be protecting and serving us, they've formed this system to where they're using it. The only difference between a cop and a criminal is a freaking badge, man. And one of these people have told they told me this, thinking it was a joke, man. But they terrorize people, innocent people, weak-minded people, And it's crazy because where do these weak-minded people go? You know, like people with no family, people with, and they know this, or people they just don't like. Like, oh, I don't like this person, I'm jealous of them, so hey, coworkers, let's go terrorize them for no freaking reason, or terrorize somebody for an inheritance. I have an inheritance that my dad made a deal with all these people, or I don't really know the gets and details, but I just know that it happened, man. And for money, right? So that's why I'm not in Lincoln, Nebraska right now. I started getting loud about stuff. They brought me to Oklahoma, and they all came down here, and I thought I was leaving the being terrorized after 3 years. I mean, it was horrific stuff. I'm not going to go into detail, but I really want to focus on how this happens to so many freaking people, and this is not okay. This is really seriously not okay. People of authority abusing their power that they should not be able to do. They really should not, because people push themselves to go kill themselves. You hear about all those suicides that happen, and it's just like, man, that person? Nah, she loves herself, dude. She has so much light, or he, you know what I mean? Just popular, not even trying to be popular, just humbled, you know what I mean? Just a good person, and people liked, Well, people have a personal vendetta, had resentments, maybe jealousy, maybe envy, not maybe, totally, definitely, and people that had these roles and these positions that are not playing them the way that they should be playing them, you know what I mean? It's just, they take advantage of it. They totally take advantage of it. They terrorize people, they record people illegally, on their off time. On their off time, they do this. And that's not cool. It's not like they're not getting paid for it. They're just doing it. And not only that, but they hang ropes from trees, as they're terrorizing them. They get a bunch of people to do it, gang stalking, all this kind of stuff, dude. It's just insane. They gaslight them, they try to break them down, because the military and war and gang violence are all this crap. Really, what war has done to America in this world nowadays, it's really insane, and people troops and thank you for serving us. Yeah, thank you, but war needs to stop, period. It should not be a freaking thing. All it is for freaking money and politics. Straight up, I am happy who I am and who I have become, and money doesn't make a person more valuable than the person that's on the freaking street, some stranger, random hobo that, the rich people would call them homeless, hobo, all this judging, and it's because you're not of some class or some clique or some social status, you know what I mean? It's just no. If I'd rather be by myself on the street, chilling with myself, than in some fancy ass freaking house where I'm surrounded by a bunch of narcissistic, entitled people, and I'm not calling them a name, I'm just describing, because that's what it is, you know. It's just compulsively lying so much that you don't even know your own truth, you know. You don't even know what to do when someone tells you your own truth, like calls you out on something in a nice way, you know. And it's like just lying, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and I bet you it's not gonna feel good. Not I bet, I know it is not gonna feel good, you know. Like, and so I wanted to say, like, all this crap, it's so messed up. It is so messed up, the things that they do. You know, they be honking their horns real loud, like they're still doing it. They got birds, right? They're like drones with cameras and stuff. They like, man, it's kind of weird, you know. I think I explained it a little bit in the other video, that tarot reading, you know, where like divine intervention is finally here. I could feel the tower moment. I do feel my body sick, you know, so I feel like it's going to be pretty intense. Like, these people, I mean, my parents hired people to murder me, you know, and it's okay, because it's not okay, you know, that kind of thing is not okay. But my dad was in the military, you know, my grandpa was in the military, you know, and just war in general, what it started, and it started this like domino effect, you know, and it's really sad. Because these people, like, I'm not even mad at them. I'm so seriously not even mad, and it's crazy. It's like, why the fuck are you not mad? Like, I haven't gone into detail, but I'm sure I'll make some video one day about all of it, you know, and like my own testimony. But it's just I know I'm not the only person that this happens to, you know, when like gang stalking, military, I mean, everybody working together, dude, you know. And it's just so crazy, because then they judge people. Oh, you do drugs, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones doing the drugs. They're the ones putting it back out on the street, and then they go and bust people for having drugs. You know what I mean? They gotta have a cycle. They gotta have it. They gotta keep a job. You know, they gotta keep in power. They gotta keep like authority, like the say so over people. You know, that they feel like they're better than these people that don't have the say so. You know, it's like, it's just this ego. It's just priding themselves in how fake they are, you know. But I'm not hating, like, I have so much compassion, dude, because it's like, war has done this. War, you know, just freaking war, you know. And like, they go over and do the most unthinkable things, you know, for a person that's not been over there, you know, like the most unthinkable things. And like, then you got to come back over here and live like we're living here, and just like, what, pretend like all that shit didn't happen. Like, they don't even have, I mean, they don't even have good benefits, you know. They don't have good benefits, you know. Like, they have to try to survive themselves, you know what I mean? It's just a hassle to get the veterans, you know, benefits and stuff, you know. And not only that, but it's like the therapy that we have nowadays, it's all for freaking money too. You know, you go to a therapist, she's gonna say what's wrong with you. She can't even feel your emotions, because she's got an ego herself. She's just there to get paid. You know, like, everything's about money. And honestly, in my opinion, counseling should be freaking free. It should be freaking free. It should be free, man, because it's like all this money, all these people that, you know, set this system up, but then they want us to go and pay for help when all the stuff that they set up is what traumatized us. Now, it's not like to put a blame or anything, but it's just like, it's more about, what are we going to do forward, and how can we fix this? And trust me, I got plenty of ideas, and I'm not going to say them all on here, but you know. But yeah, the counseling is just like, that's really important for these people too. And not only just people that have been to war, but people that have been war in their own mind, in their own mental state of mind, like just living in life, normal life, you know, just the society, what's on social media, you know, what's like, you know, our kids are already lusting at the age of what, 5, already trying to choose to be a woman instead of a guy, you know what I mean? Like, trying to go to the woman's bathroom. Like, this was on the, like, this, I heard this, like, this little 5-year-old boy tried to go to the bathroom, the women's bathroom in school, and was like, well, I want to be a girl. And then the parent even called the prince, like, when they called and talked, because he was in trouble, she was like, if my little boy wants to be a girl, then he can be a girl. Like, what do you mean? Like, we have been so lost, dude, because like the social media and TV and like all of this has been set. All of this has been freaking planned, you know, to just control, you know, to take like people's God-given divine essence of themselves, that empowerment away from them, to feel like as if they have no power at all. But we all have power, you know, and it's just like, we just don't know of it. Hello. Anyway, saying hi to everybody. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, so these kids, right? So it's just like, we don't go back and heal our trauma, right? So if you go to war, especially, and I do have a heart for people that have been to war and stuff, you know, and it's just like, I understand how they're just lashing out, you know, they've suppressed all that trauma. I mean, the unthinkable. I mean, I couldn't even put myself in their shoes and say that I know what they're feeling, what they saw, you know, what they had to go through, you know, and it's just, that's some tough stuff. That is some serious tough stuff. And to grow up in a military family on that too. So growing up, and it's just like you got everyone there with this ego, with like afraid to break down this guard, this wall that they've put up, because it's like they don't want to be hurt, because they know how dark it can be. You know, it's just like people have lost the idea of love. They don't even know what love is. Like kids nowadays think that love is toxic already, dude. Already, you know, and it's just like the way that they curse, the way that they're yelling, like, I mean, little kids, like their childhood, their innocence is being like stripped from them, you know, and then we want to blame some millennium for what they're doing when we're responsible for it. You know, we are here to raise them, you know, so it's just like, you know how you got kids and it's just like they're kind of like their parents, you know, they turn out like kind of like their parents. Well, that's exactly what it is, dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like so many people are not caring at all what they're projecting onto their child, and that's very freaking important. You know, that's so freaking important. You know, it's just like, man, people need to start losing their freaking ego over this shit, because it's, and I know that it's hard to do. It's super hard to do. It's going to be very extremely hard to do, especially people that are scared of the unknown, scared to take that leap of faith, scared to trust again, scared to talk about the things that have happened. That's probably a huge thing too, you know. So all these people that terrorize, you know, and I mean, it's a lot, and I'm not the only one, you know. And it's just like people get sent to the mental ward, you know, for hearing voices. No, voices, I'm telling you, voices are not freaking real. I'm so serious. Like, this has been so like developed, okay? And it's not just Oklahoma and Nebraska. It's all over America, you know. This has been developed by the people that are there to protect and serve. Now, I'm not saying this in a sense to like point, like I was saying, you know, I'm not pointing a finger. What I'm saying is everyone needs to wake up to this, you know, or start waking up to this so we can actually start healing, you know, the earth as a whole, you know. And if people don't want to jump on that ride, jump on that wagon, dude, then they don't jump on it. And that's unfortunate, you know, but it's just, it's hard to talk about things that we've been through, you know. We rather hold on to it, and people don't allow people to express themselves or talk about what hurt them. They're like, wow, man, quit stressing. Put a smile on your face. You're fine. You look good. You know, it's like you're good. And it's just like, no, man, I don't really think that anybody's really good nowadays. No one's good, dude. The kids don't even know what good is. And that's just so freaking sad, man. It's just like our kids got to be way stronger than we've ever really had to freaking be. You know, and it's like we have a choice, you know, we really freaking do, dude. And to be able to look in the mirror and clear that fog off of the mirror so you can see your honest reflection and be honest with yourself, that's the goal here. That's what we're trying to do, all individually. Like, that is the mission, the purpose of giving the life that we've been given, been blessed with, you know. And so, I mean, it's just, I really do have compassion though for all these freaking people, dude. You know, like I remember growing up, and I thought my family, like, it was like a great family, you know, like church, you know, like you know, my dad was the ex-military and then truck driving. We built a bar. I grew up doing construction. I learned a lot of stuff from my parents, you know. Me and my mom were not close, you know, but she taught me not to spread my legs, you know. She took me out to dinner, and like, I mean, she told me I was God's daughter and to respect myself. And I mean, that meant the world to me. So even though we weren't very close, and even though, like, I mean, I wanted to be, but I never understood it. And now I do, you know. Money is like the motivator for a lot of people. And it's really freaking, like, it's sad how many people, or how the world, how societies seriously develop this like controlling way to lead people into this like boxed in state of mind, you know. They really don't know what they're capable of. They don't even believe in themselves, period, you know. And so many people have anxiety, you know, and it's just and it's super sad, you know, because it's like all I want is for my mom to be able to love herself, you know, still, even after everything that's happened. Like, all these people, like my dad wanted me dead for money, like I still want him to love himself. Like, or these people, wasting the time, wasting their precious time, and their life. That they could be getting their life and loving themselves and developing and like healing, but people just don't know how to, you know. And so I just always remember saying, if I got to be the first one to step, I'm stepping, you know, because I freaking love my family. I always have. I never understood it, but I freaking love them, and I love every single person that I've met. You know, like I've seen the beauty in them, I've seen the potential in them, and they haven't seen it. You know, so, and they just haven't seen it. You know, so. But they deserve it. Everyone freaking deserves this shit, you know? And it takes work. It doesn't happen overnight, you know? And we just need to quit judging everybody, you know what I'm saying? But like the shit does need to stop, you know? And I hope these people can actually get some healing and shit. Hell, I wouldn't mind helping them. Seriously. Like seriously, like this, it's not really like a blame game. There is no blame game. This is what's happened. What are we going to do about it? You know, it's not like, oh, let's blame everybody for everything, because that's not going to get anything anywhere. Like, we're just going to keep going in this cycle like that with these generational curses, when these generational curses are not going to help heal anybody. So, hello. Hi. But yeah. Yeah, so. So, yeah. Taylor Rose, good night.